Hello. I'm back with another video. Lots of these because we have lots of time for these now. Today I'm going to talk to you about herbs for children, specifically herbs that are helpful for the immune system, and also sourcing medicinal mushrooms. I've been getting a lot of questions about that, so we'll talk about that. And then lastly, I will tell you a little bit more about wellness sessions with me, what those entail, and how to sign up for those. Hopefully you like these sort of Q&A format videos. I would love to do more of them. As I've mentioned before, feel free to add your questions, your comments, your curiosities, and we will keep this conversation going. To start, I've gotten lots of questions about herbs that are safe for children. What are they and how do I use them? So let's just talk about a couple, and then we'll talk about some sort of dosing best practices. First of all, we have lavender. So lavender is one of my favorite herbs in general. It is a nervine, calming for the nervous system, great in a lot of different formats. So essential oil, flowers in actual food. I put the flowers, not me personally, but my team puts the flowers in our calming herbal gummies. You can make a tea out of it. So basically, topical, for your olfactory senses, and ingestible. And lavender is a great sort of gentle, calming herb for all of us, and also for children. So I know I said immunity, but not all of these are going to be immunity, so most of them will be. Next we have lemon balm. So similar to lavender, lemon balm is a nervine herb, again working on the nervous system. Both of these are a little bit more sort of neutral in their effect on the nervous system as opposed to being sedative, which is part of why they are nice for children. Again, they work for all of us, but they're good for children in that they're not too strong. So you want to create a sense of peace and calm, and actually lemon balm is often used for focus as well, without using something too strong. A lot of adaptogens are quite strong. We can rely on something like lemon balm. Lemon balm is also antiviral, so helpful now for this state of the world, but also helpful for any sort of viral issues that you have or to resist them in the future. Next we have chamomile. So chamomile is, we all know chamomile is sort of calming, soothing, this peaceful, fairly gentle. I mean, it's gentle, but this herb will, help you sleep, and it can help children sleep. It's also really helpful for a sort of fussy state of mind. So if you or your children are sort of acting like children and feeling fussy, then chamomile can be helpful for that. I also like to remind everybody that it's a carminative, which is a sort of heat-creating, combustible, if you will, plant that's really good for digestion. So perfect idea after dinner, help digest dinner, help go to sleep, help feel a little bit more at ease with everything that's going on. Another good family of, the family is big, but some more specifics in the family is mint, so spearmint and peppermint. The mint family is actually full of lots of medicinal herbs. I mention them often, but when you're thinking about kids, think about peppermint and spearmint as also helpful for peaceful clarity, again also digestion, and a good way to get some sort of plant medicine, all the phytochemicals and antioxidants and magic that is in plants into children's lives. Next up we have ginger. So ginger, as you know, I love for immunity, and this is one that is definitely safe for kids. So I'll get to the specifics of how to take some of these herbs, but know that ginger is helpful for kids. It's also really helpful for new moms, anybody who's dealing with nausea, as well as wanting to boost immunity. Turmeric is a good one. So turmeric just in the diet in general, turmeric teas, those are nice and gentle. Elderberry, a lot of children's immunity supplements will contain elderberry. I know there's a lot of conversation about elderberry and the coronavirus right now. I'm not going to get into the details, but check out Gaia Herbs post and link to a good study if you have a question about elderberry specifically. Otherwise, elderberry can be great for kids, great for adults, and like I mentioned, it's often in syrup form, and syrup form is often palatable to children, so that's when you see in a lot of kid formulas. Echinacea, very well known for immunity, and specifically, and I like to remind about this too, for lengthening the duration of a cold or a flu, so shortening it, as opposed to defending against it. There's a little bit more science on that action. So Echinacea, great. And the last one is Reishi. So there's not a whole lot of science on medicinal mushrooms and children, as far as I know. If you are aware of some good studies, please send them my way. But you will see Reishi in a lot of children's safe formulas. So that's one that can be helpful. Medicinal mushrooms are some of my favorite for immunity for everyone. They are immunomodulators, so helping the immune system to be active enough, not overactive. Reishi is also known for helping to sort of calm and balance a state of mind. It's the queen mushroom, that's her name, and a really beautiful supplement, again, for anyone, but you'll see this in kid formulas, which I approve of. And to get into the specifics of, who approves of what herbs for kids, there is going to be gray area when it comes to children, their ages, your comfort level with herbs that you take, that anybody in your family is taking. So, you as the parent get to be, the first line of, is this something that I feel comfortable with? And if you don't feel comfortable with it, then don't work with it. There are so many other plants and food medicines that we can use. There's not a need to have the specific one that may be trending. Also remember that from a dose standpoint, if you're not buying a formula that's made for children, you'll want to adjust for body weight. So children's formulas exist. Obviously, some of these herbs exist in non-children's formulas. Think about their body weight versus yours or full-grown adults and adjust accordingly. And then some ways to kind of sneak these herbs in. I know a lot of my clients are like, yeah, well, my kid saw me put it in or could smell it a mile away and is not going to touch it. Do your best. If you have good tips that work for you, share them so that other parents can employ them. I would offer, making herbs into treats is helpful. So herbs work really well in honey. Herbs work really well in apple cider vinegar and honey, into syrup forms. I also, depending on the form that your herb is in, if it's a tincture or a powder, you can put that in food, soups, sauces, salad dressings, smoothies. If it doesn't have too strong of a flavor, let's see, maybe chamomile. You could put chamomile into coconut milk or oat milk for breakfast cereals. It can also be fun too, if they have colors, or if lavender is fun to spray on a pillow before bed. So whatever your ingenious way is to sort of work these in, I hope you have one, and if you don't, I hope others can share some good ideas too. But the format doesn't matter so much between, sort of essential oil, tea, tincture. Capsules are usually tough for kids, so you tend to want to avoid that in sort of food form. And then I would also offer that Herb Farm, the company that I love for liquid extracts, they make sprays. So it's a tincture, but it's a spray. And those are great for kids. However, I know that because of the health awareness right now, they are very, very backed up on orders. So they may be very backed up on those sprays. But for the future, check that out. Otherwise, you can also get a tincture and put it in your own spray bottle, and that could be fun for kids too. So that is herbs for kids. I mentioned reishi last. Reishi is a medicinal mushroom. I just wanted to answer a few questions about sourcing medicinal mushrooms. Things you want to look for. So medicinal mushrooms are growing in something, right? They're growing on a tree, they're growing in sawdust or coffee grounds, or whatever they're being sort of farmed or are wildly growing in. If possible, from whoever you're buying from, you want to know what source those mushrooms are extracting their nutrients from, because then you're consuming those nutrients concentrated in the mushroom, right? So find out, just like with your veggies, is it good soil? Are they good trees? Is the environment clean? Is it highly polluted? What's the process there? Then you may want to think about the harvesting process. So some mushrooms grow wild, lots are farmed, and some are harvested from through relationships with small farmers. So I know Four Sigmatic, for example, will do a lot of their harvesting in partnership with small farms. So there is a sort of curve that you can decide where you're most comfortable with your mushrooms coming from. The cheaper the mushrooms, generally the lower the quality, and the lower quality the source. So you want to be mindful of that. That is generally a truism, not always. And then the other big thing to watch out for with medicinal mushrooms is fruiting body versus mycelium. So mycelium is the sort of root system, or the network, the internet, if you will, that connects all of these fungi underground. And there are some people in the herbal world who like to extract and sort of concentrate the mycelium into the medicine, so into the capsules or into the tinctures, and others will not use the mycelium, and they prefer the fruiting body. So the mushroom that we see and we buy at grocery stores and you think of as like the mushroom. And that would be, when you hear fruiting body, you think the fruit of a plant, right? The flower of a plant. It's like pushing its goodness out into this thing. So a lot of people will advocate for consuming mushroom supplements that are made from the fruiting body, not the mycelium. And I am of two minds. So I think if you have a very good quality source and you trust the sort of expert or experts behind it, the mycelium can be a good source of the medicine. And the number one person that I would cite there as someone that I trust and respect and who loves the mycelium is Paul Stamets. He's like the mushroom king. Otherwise, and for me, it's like if it's not Paul Stamets mycelium, then I'm looking for a fruiting body. And fruiting body is, the other camp. So again, in my experience, there tends to be a price discrepancy there too, or a price difference there where the mycelium is generally more affordable than the fruiting body. So something to be aware of. You can make your own informed decision, but know that those are things to look for when you're choosing mushroom supplements. Last thing, a lot of mushroom supplements are dual extracted or double extracted, and that is a good thing. There is an alcohol extract process and a water extract process, so that we can get the water-soluble nutrients as well as those that are not water-soluble. In the dual extraction, those get combined into your supplement. You eat your supplement, you feel great, your immune system is happy, your mind is happy. Okay, all of that is all of that. Last quick note, wellness sessions. I'll probably talk about this more in another video since this is getting a little bit long, but I am here, I am seeing clients. Of course, I am seeing you remotely. That means video call, Google Hangout, Skype, whatever it is. I can help you with anything that you have questions about related to nutrition, herbs, vitamins and supplements, and a holistic, healthy lifestyle. You want to break a habit, you want to make a new habit, you're looking to sort of reorganize your life priorities, you just want to lose weight, you want personalized immunity tips, you're looking to get pregnant, you're dealing with eczema or stress and anxiety or can't sleep or digestive issues is a big one. All of that and beyond, that's the work that I do. So if you're interested in working together, you have, specific questions. So I'm answering general questions here, but if you have specific questions, then one-on-one work is the best way to go. You set up an appointment, which means send me an email. I'll send you all the details. Click a link, set up an appointment. I send you a big questionnaire. You tell me your life story, and then we go from there. So if you want to learn more, check out my website. If you want to learn more, send me an email. If you don't want to learn more, but you have other questions, put them in the comments, and I'll keep talking. Stay safe, everybody. Stay well. Thank you for being here. A lot of love to all of you.